guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and we're going to talk about top 5 of the week, and oh my goodness, what is going on? This is the second week in a row I really had to pull and be like, yeah, this was a hard week. Again, okay, let's have a little powwow here. Everybody gather around. You ready? Okay, so next week, you better do better. Just saying, just putting that out there. Now, there wasn't anything that was overly bad. It was just everything was kind of, oh, well, that happened. That was super mediocre. Okay, that was okay. That's kind of how it's felt the last 2 weeks. And it's like, how can I praise and say it's in my top 5 when it hasn't been that well done? Yeah, we're going to get into it. I also have a worst and an honorable mention, so make sure you guys, are subscribed, right? Unless you went brutally hitting the throat. Just saying, just going to put that out there. You better subscribe. Hit like, let me know your picks down below as always. Let's get into that honorable mention because I feel like there is a couple that deserve it. First off, Green Lantern 11, Jeffrey Thorne, and Tom Rainey on art. Now, my biggest problem with this book is the art. I've said that all along. It's the same reason why a lot of times Harley Quinn doesn't make it into my top picks of the week because the art is lacking, but the writing is there. But we're actually getting some results. We're seeing some craziness, absolute craziness going on with Jon Stewart, Return of Hal Jordan, all that fun stuff. It was a good book, but it didn't make my top 5. Now, I also have Aquaman, the Becoming number 6, Brandon Thomas, who I am quickly becoming a big fan of. And the art is Serge Acuna and Diego Ortelugu, maybe? Now, this is the exact opposite problem as the last book, right? The art on this is phenomenal. The art is so good. I don't think I've ever seen Mira look so pretty. The story is a little lacking, right? We're getting to see Aqualad Jackson become and kind of accept that mantle role alongside Arthur, but he is angry and he's mad and he hurts and he wants to do better, but it's really hard for him. So I am enjoying it. I'm curious to see what we get in Aquaman, right? That should be coming up very soon. So let's talk about my actual top 5, right? So for number 5, I have Flash 779 by Jeremy Adams, and goodness gracious, I love this book. It's always so fun, and I mean absolutely mad fun. And it's great because there was a while when I was praising this book, and I'm like, I love the familial dynamic of it, right? I love the family aspect of it. It's so cute. It's so wholesome. We get to see, him go to a daddy-daughter dance. I'm like, but you know what? Jai needs some love. Guess what? Jai gets some love. And it's so great. And he even gets his own name. I'm not going to spoil it. You got to go read it. This one is worth supporting. I love this book. Number 4. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I don't know about this book. It's different. But it's fun. And sometimes different is fun, right? So, Batman the Night number 2 by Chip Zdarsky, and the art is by Carmine. Oh, I just need to put a disclaimer in front of everybody's video and be like, I am super white. I cannot say names. I apologize. Blame it on my speech impediment. Carmine G. We're just going to go with G. Beautiful art. Great art. The story with this is a little weird. I feel like we're going for like the sugar mama aspect, like older lady. And she's kind of Catwoman-esque, but we do see some really cool stuff. Another kind of callback to this stuff in Paris. And we even got, and I can't remember the name of the character right off the top of my head. Of course I can't because I'm an absolute jackass, but we get the character that was actually recently in Detective. Oh my goodness. I apologize. I think my Batman fan card gets revoked now, right? Is that how that works? Okay. So it was good though. It was really good. I'm enjoying it. It's very different, telling a story of how Bruce became Batman, but still we're not to the Roz part yet. So I'm curious to see how we get there. So number 3, I have Animal Castle #3 by Xavier Dorison and art by Felix Delep. This is so different. I expected different and I love it. Like at this point, we're seeing the cat and the rat really going and trying to humiliate these fascist dogs. Yeah, they just said fascist dogs. Yep. And it's so good. It's really, really good. It is very Animal Farm-esque. If you enjoyed that, you will enjoy this. But it's a little bit of a different concept as far as what animals do what, and they do change it up enough, right? So I am enjoying it. It's a lot more serious than what I thought. But I love the one character, the rabbit. He's trying to help. He's trying so much to help. But he also wants to, enjoy the ladies. the ladies, the lady rabbits. It's cute. I really like it. So, for #2, this is shocking. And I'm excited that it's shocking. I have Silver Coin. Silver Coin has been consistently pretty good. I would say 5 maybe dropped off a little bit. I believe that was the future story. But since then, it has been very well done. This whole concept of this coin floating around through history, and you're learning the different stories of the tragedy that befell each and every single generation that we've seen so far. We haven't got too much on the backstory, a little bit, but we're getting little teeny pieces of backstory. Well, if you're expecting backstory, you're not going to get it here, but you are going to get a really good story by Vita Ayala and art by Michael Walsh. This was really good. It was about the Bronx in the, I believe, 80s burning. And we see this man that's got the silver coin. And he's going around basically in the Bronx, most of it, or in the 80s in the Bronx. A lot of it was burned down. It was, terrible landlords that didn't want to keep up on their properties, or the insurance value is worth more. And we're seeing that some of the fires, even, historically, were set by white people to kind of burn down the area where Black people lived. And Vita Ayala does a really good job of encompassing that, kind of having that dynamic of this absolute terrible person that's a cop, a landlord. He's paying people to really burn down these areas, even paying Black people to burn down different areas of the Bronx, as long as it's not where they live. And then he crosses a line and he gets this he's a hero. He's a hero, right? Well, no, not really. So it's really interesting. And I must say, first time she's been on my top 5, and to make it in #2 is pretty damn good. Made a nice job. I really enjoyed it. So my #1 book of the week. Ready? Da-da-da-da-da. Drum roll, please. Yeah, it's really not that secretive. I think maybe you may have guessed. Nightwing 89 by Tom Taylor and art by Bruno Redondo. I love this run. I'm not going to lie. I love this Nightwing run. There was a misstep a little bit in the beginning, but since then, this has become one of my favorite books each and every single time. And I love the way that Tom Taylor does his work, his continuity. I love the way he does all of his work, but his continuity work, he's very smart. He brings in Wink and Airy. He crosses over with characters that he's writing, like Son of Kal-El, John Kent. I love the way he does it. This made me, I wish for Tom Taylor's sake and for the character's sake that we saw John and Jay drawn always by Bruno Redondo, because it makes them so much more likable. Oh, that's so mean, but it was beautiful seeing those two together and actually seeing them done by a really good artist. It was refreshing, right? We actually see Wink and Airy, and we find out a big revelation about the truth in who is funding them. Thought it was a great twist. Thought it was very character-like. So I really like this Nightwing run. There's about 5 books that I say are consistently good at DC, and Nightwing is always one of them, and it's always beautiful. So let's get into the worst of the week. And honestly, this week was so weird for me because I had somebody that usually makes the worst of the week in the best of the week. And then I had somebody that usually makes the best of the week in the worst of the week. I was so disappointed. What? Wait. Okay, I love Jeff Lemire, so no hate here, right? I generally think of him as a top 3 writer, right now. Absolutely one of the top 3 of my favorite writers. And I was championing this book for a long time. Primordial number 6. What? Like, we don't find out anything. Earmuffs here because I gotta spoil it. It's just they just get reunited with each other. The dog Leica and the old lady, but we don't know anything that happened. We don't know where this like other dimension is or why it happened or what happened with the Russians, and it's just like, that's it. That kind of sucked. Like, I feel bad for the people that read it on trade, and it's such a quick read each week because there's only ever like a few bubbles of dialogue, right? Because they're animals most of the time. And I'm like, I just wasted, $4 times $6 of my life. Like, all right, you do you, but this story was terrible. Not enough to necessarily take it off, Jeff Lemire as a always buy off my list, but this one just felt like he was like, maybe I need to get something out of there before I go exclusive, and I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Like, it started out really good, but the ending is what absolutely killed this book. Like, what were you thinking? That was it? Oh, that is not how you wrap up a book. No. Primordial ended up being so lackluster, and I won't dig too much, but my goodness, what were they thinking? Anyways, I am getting bit by Bane, which means he needs his brush, and you need to let me know down below who and what was your favorite books this week. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.